teaching moment. The whole point of having a phishing simulation or awareness training or whatever it is not a gotcha moment. It's a we're all in this together moment. It really is a hearts and minds issue that we are all working together to make the chain as strong as we possibly can, because anybody from the janitor to the assistant to the CEO or the CEO himself or herself can get phished. And by virtue of that, we have different levels of access, different levels of issues. Look at every major data breach that we've got. Hands down, by far, phishing is the way they got in. We just recently learned that, the Iranian intelligence got into a major US campaign. And how do they do that? By spear phishing one of the leaders of that campaign. Everybody thinks it's a Trump campaign, but Microsoft, who caught this, isn't saying if it's Trump or Harris or one of the other smaller candidates, or if it was successful or not. But the point is that we are getting in through phishing because we are establishing that trust.
Well, I think the group that keeps the insurance stats, they had a number out there that 90% of all cybersecurity breaches are the result of human error. I found that staggering.
Yeah. Well, and it
Not
speaks to
because
phishing.
technology, not because of SolarWinds or
Right. Right. No. So think about it this way. If you are looking at, per FBI statistic, how long it takes to break into a single to one organization and steal a single file that's moderately defended, it's hundreds of days. And people have this assumption of like, oh, it's 60 seconds. I asked this on stage, like 60 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, something like that. And I usually go to them, I'm like, I'm that slow, 5 minutes, really? And it's like 224 days per FBI statistic. But we cut that way down with phishing.
That's
If
right.
we're trying to break in technologically and hit your encryption or find a vulnerability in your firewall, it does happen. We get those cases, but 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 that we see and the industry sees, per the studies that you're mentioning, are simply somebody fell for something. Somebody trusted when they shouldn't. That's human error, and it's a huge problem. And you can have standards and practices. Like if you go on to LinkedIn right now and you look up my company, the only employee you will see of my company is me. It's a standard policy because we're not trying to build a big footprint. You leave here, feel free to put yourself in the rearview mirror on LinkedIn. That's totally fine. But if you are working for me, you are not saying that you are, because we're targeted, as is every organization. It's not part of our marketing footprint. In the same way, we're building a new website. I'm not going to put who I work with on the website, or I'm not going to put products that we happen to recommend at this moment, because one, those change, but two, I'm now building a roadmap and giving you a customer list. Like, why would I do that? Right. And organizations don't think along these lines. And by virtue of that, you look at any major, let's say MSP IT provider out there. Oh, we gladly work with all of these, and why? They might work with Target because they want to get Home Depot and Walmart and all the others. Well, you're putting it out there, and now guess how they're finding to break into Target? They're finding the HVAC contractor that put it out on their website, hitting the HVAC contractor to get into Target. These are things that we don't take into consideration, but it really does come down to trust. And you trust your website's going to be secure. Well, maybe it is, but not necessarily